The latest movie in the Marvel franchise called Thor Love and Thunder is the topic of this video. This is a review slash rant slash I don't even know what to say, because what did we just see? I don't understand what this movie was all about. It was about Thor being silly and a joke. Was it about Natalie Portman being Mighty Thor? Was it about Gorr, the god butcher, that didn't do basically any butchering? Not that I want to see butchering, but you know what I mean. He's supposed to be an evil person. He was like gonna kill one god, and then I'm gonna kidnap those children, and that's it. You know, he was portrayed as this bigger than life villain, but he ended up not doing that much. I think that Christian Bale was great as Gorr, the God Butcher. But the story did not make any useful use of him. He was just there, like looking scary. And I think that actually this movie had more scary vibes to it than Multiverse of Madness, which was the first proper horror movie of Marvel. And it's like, what? Gorr was way scarier to me. Not that I was scared, but if I have to, you know, talk about how scary it was, I think that Gorr was way scarier than anything we've seen from Marvel so far. I think that Christian Bale was perfect in the role. The opening scene of Thor Love and Thunder was amazing, and I was like, wait a minute, is this a Marvel movie? Like, it was slow and it was emotional and it was sad and it had a heart and soul, and you knew what it was happening. You know, you were sympathizing with Gorr, and you were like, okay, now I know what his deal is. Like, this guy is suffering so much. And then we get introduced to his god, and Marvel a Marvel product, ladies and gentlemen. It was that, just your average Marvel product from then on. And that is sad, because Gorr could have been one of the greatest Marvel villains. I'm telling you that. Christian Bale was amazing. In one of the last scenes where Gorr had Thor, Valkyrie, and Natalie Portman and Jane Foster wrapped up in the tentacles, this was great. You know, this was really great. This was some great dialogue. This was great acting. It was really nice. It was nicely shot as well. But apart from that, apart from Gorr being wasted in this, because, you know, at the end of the day, before doing my review, I watched some other reviews because I watched the movie like 2 days ago, and I agree with many people saying that actually Gorr, like, what is he all about? I mean, you do get, like, he's sad because of his daughter and he wants to take revenge of all gods. But then you hear, like, the lady Sid, I think. She's like, well, he's killing gods that are actually good gods, and now their people are suffering. So it's like, Gorr, like, you're doing more bad than you're doing good. And I think that this could have been an interesting dynamic. Like, he's like, well, am I actually right in killing them? Like, what am I doing? And am I inflicting more damage? Are more kids going to die because of what I'm doing? Or is it like, no, I don't care, because apparently the sword that he has is corrupting him. But I actually did not understand that the sword was corrupting him. I thought that he just snapped. But apparently it's the sword that gave him his evil thoughts. And it's like, I did not get that from the movie. I had to be told afterwards that this was the case. And it's like, okay, what a failure. I'm sorry. And then we get to Thor. Thor, Love and Thunder. Well, there was no Thor. It was Thor, joke, and Grinch. That was it. It was Thor being the joke of the movie. It was Thor who was not as capable as he once was. It's no Thor that I know from his first movie or from the Avengers. This bigger than life being, you know, this wise, calm, worthy, this powerful being, this powerful god of lightning that, well, of thunder or lightning. I don't know. But Thor used to be such a good character, and from Endgame till now, it changed so much. Like in Endgame, it was the start of the character destruction of Thor. I don't understand why would the god of thunder let himself go to that extent where he would just be fat and eat cheese and just be disgusting and depressed and all of these things. I don't, okay, trauma, but come on, like he's not a human being. He doesn't have those human weaknesses that we have. And obviously every being in this world mourns, but there is a point in time, in life, where you just have to pick yourself up. And this was not the case. I think the Thor in the final of Endgame was so wasted, and like he was just there, an accessory to Captain America and Iron Man. He's working out to Captain America, and it's like, I have nothing against Captain America, but why was Thor basically useless in that movie? You know, for me, Thor has always been, I don't know about the lore of the comics and everything, but for me, Thor has always been the strongest. Like, stronger than Scarlet Witch, stronger than Captain Marvel. So many Marvels. He has always been like super strong, and in that movie, in Endgame, he was just unnecessary. And a joke again. And in Thor Love and Thunder, he was again a joke. Like the whole thing, the whole opening scene with the Guardians, what was that? Like, he was so needy and pathetic. Like, Thor has never been pathetic, and it's insane how pathetic he got. I mean, that journey started in Ragnarok of him being just a joke, but here in that movie, it was just, what are you doing, Thor? You're Thor, come on. Which brings me to, I guess, the second Thor of the movie, which is Natalie Portman, Jane Foster, because now she has an illness and she's dying, and Mjolnir, because of some magic Thor did. So Mjolnir wants to protect Natalie Portman, and Mjolnir gives the power of Thor to Natalie Portman. So now Natalie Portman has to be obviously saved. She's saved, right? I thought, oh my god, okay, she has the hammer gave her power, she's saved now. No. So actually you can think it that you can say it in that way, that Thor is the reason why why Jane Foster is dying, because he put a spell on Mjolnir to protect Jane Foster, but actually he gave the spell that actually Mjolnir... I don't understand. Like, why was Mjolnir killing Jane Foster? I don't understand. So that's the one thing that I understand. The other thing is, why she called Thor? I guess she's worthy of wielding Mjolnir, but remember in Endgame, Captain America was as well worthy of wielding Mjolnir, but he didn't become a Thor. He was still Captain America, just with the powers of Thor, right? So why is Natalie Portman, Jane Foster, now Thor, mighty Thor? I guess she wanted, she wanted to feel awesome and powerful. I get that. She wanted to go out with the blast. She was like, I'm dying, so let me just die in an epic way. Okay. But why are we all pretending that she is a Thor? Why are we calling her a Thor? She would be an Asgardian. She wouldn't be a Thor. I don't understand this. I really don't. This movie is just full of things that I'm like, what the hell? The other thing I want to talk about is Zeus. I've always heard about Zeus, and I always had him in my mind as this very serious and powerful being. And Thor Love and Thunder thought otherwise. What a fucking joke was Zeus in Thor Love and Thunder. With his little skirt, and I get it. I know Greeks, Romans, they were wearing skirts, but not in that princessy way, Like, what the hell? First of all, his accent was awful. Russell Crowe, great actor, I know, but that accent, excuse me, nobody speaks like that, and this was just awful. I get a bit of accent would have been okay, but this was just bad. And actually, he could have spoken in his own accent. Like, why did you change it? Because you're in this universal, you know, city, and you still have accents. Like, I don't know. I don't understand how this functions. But so Zeus was a total joke, and all the talk about orgies and stuff, and they were all a joke. Like, the gods, why did they make such a big joke of all the gods? Because so many people around the world that are religious are gonna be like, what the hell? Like, this is like, why? I would have rather seen like a council of big powerful gods that would do everything for their people. Where Thor is banging him, I would be like, yes, go help. Like, you're all gonna die. Your people are gonna die because they don't have your protection. But he's like, nah, let's talk about the orgy. Let's make Thor naked. Like, what? And all the showcasing with lightning. What? I was just sitting there in the theater like, this is so unnecessary. The only thing I liked about that movie, and I laughed, and I don't think I laughed because it was funny, but it was because it was ridiculously over the top funny. It was the goats. Yes, I like the goats. I really like the goats. I don't know, they were just funny. I guess I didn't laugh because it was funny, but because it was ridiculous. But it was both ridiculous and funny. And I mean, this movie is a joke, so why the fuck wouldn't I be laughing? Valkyrie was there, Cork. Yeah, people are saying Cork was so much in the movie because of Taika Waititi's ego, and yeah, probably. I feel like nobody cares about those characters anymore. Characters like Thor, like, nobody cares. They're all a joke. The visual effects, I mean, no. I'm sorry, it didn't look as good as people are making it to be. And if you like it, that's fine, but for me, that looked bad. I liked how Omni City whatever looked. I did like that because it was something different that we've seen. But they had so many possibilities. They could have gone so many ways with the Greek gods or all the gods, and Thor, you know, being part of this council. But he was just there fanboying and being ridiculous and being just a joke and pathetic, and that's not Thor. You know, that's not Thor. That's not the Thor that we were made to believe in. You know, it's not. I don't know who that is. And that tattoo on his back accidentally stopped the video. But do let me know down below, what did you think of Thor Love and Thunder? Do we like this chilled think where I'm talking about a script? Because I just don't want to. I don't want to sit down and write a script about this movie. Like, waste its potential. Because Christian Bale, Natalie Portman, Chris Hemsworth, even Tessa Thompson can be good. I mean, Tessa Thompson can be good. The others are great. The others, Christian Bale, Natalie Portman, Chris Hemsworth, amazing actors. The performance Christian Bale gave was amazing, outstanding, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So do let me know down below, what did you think of Thor Love and Thunder, and let's talk. So see you in the next video. As always, may the force be